Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL predictions segment, I'm going to be giving you my pick and analysis for the 2016-17 NFC Championship game, which pits the Green Bay Packers against the Atlanta Falcons. Well, anyway, people, I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to win this one on the road. There just seems to be something magical going on with this team and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, many of you, I'm sure, saw the game last week in the divisional round where you had that miraculous ending for Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers throws a 35-yard pass, completes it with like 3 seconds left, and then the game-winning field goal. I mean, that was a game for the ages. It just seems like the Packers just find whatever way to win. Right now, they have won 8 consecutive games. Now, the Atlanta Falcons have been pretty hot as well. They have won 5 consecutive games. Now, during the regular season, these two teams were great offensively, and they have been in the postseason as well. Now, Atlanta, during the regular season, they had the #1 scoring offense. They scored nearly 34 points per game on average. Green Bay was #4 in scoring offense at 27 points per game. Now, these teams are really like, what's interesting about this game and makes it compelling is that these teams are almost like mirror images and replicas of each other. They both have great offenses, and you have two elite quarterbacks in this game. Quarterback Matt Ryan of the Falcons was #2 in passing yards in the regular season, and Aaron Rodgers for the Packers was #4 in passing yards. And these two people are obviously viable candidates for the MVP as well. Now, Atlanta defeated the Packers 33-32 in Week 8. What happened was, though, Green Bay actually, they had the lead late in the game and they squandered it. Matt Ryan orchestrated a late game-winning drive that under a minute left gave the Atlanta Falcons the lead, and they never relinquished it. It was the game-winning touchdown very late in the game. And Green Bay had dominated the series in recent years prior to that game. They had won 4 consecutive against Atlanta, and that would have been 5 in a row if they had pulled that one out, but they just couldn't quite do it. And I think when you have give the fact that Green Bay lost to them earlier this season, and it was a game I'm sure many felt that they should have actually won. You have the revenge factor going in, the fact that they're going to do whatever they can to avenge that loss. I mean, Green Bay went into Dallas and defeated them. They beat the #1 team that was everything but invincible at home. I mean, going in, Dallas was 7-1 at home in the regular season. They could have very easily been a flawless 8-0, but they lost a 1-point game to the New York Giants. So, really, I think that Green Bay does have the ability to go into Atlanta and win this. The thing about this game, too, is that Atlanta, with quarterback Matt Ryan, I know he's hungry to get to the Super Bowl, and so are the Falcons. That he wants that elusive title. I understand Aaron Rodgers has been there before, and he's already won a Super Bowl. And there's a lot of incentive for Atlanta in this game, and it is at Atlanta. But it just seems like there's just something with Green Bay right now. They just seem to keep finding ways to win, like they're just destined to get to the Super Bowl. Now, Atlanta, as I was saying before, these two teams kind of replicate each other, not just in the offensive standpoint, but you look at also that their pass defenses are not exactly great. During the regular season, Atlanta was 28th in passing yards allowed per game, and the Packers were 31st in the NFL in passing yards allowed per game. I think there's a very good chance that both quarterbacks are going to throw for at least 300 yards in this one, given the fact that the pass defenses are not exactly great. Now, Green Bay was playing well defensively in recent weeks prior to last week's win against the Cowboys, but I think their pass defense got a little bit exploited. Cowboys seemed to make the second half adjustments and really did everything but eviscerate the Packers secondary. And with Atlanta's offense in this game, I think they're going to throw for a lot of passing yards as well. But I expect this to be a shootout. And but I do see Green Bay winning this one in a tight game. Keep in mind, though, Green Bay, their pass defense may not be great, but they were second in the NFL in the regular season in defensive interceptions with 17. So they do have playmakers led by safety Clinton Dix. He had 5 interceptions, and for the Packers to win, I think he needs to have a big game, not necessarily get an interception or two, but I mean play a role in deflecting a lot of passes and disrupt the passes is what I'm saying. So, and the thing about it is, and I do like Green Bay to win, and basically it's mainly because, I mean, they did lose earlier to Atlanta, and Green Bay has been on such a roll. I think they're just going to find some way to get this done. And Green Bay, it was a game that they should have won against Atlanta, I believe, and the fact that Green Bay is playing better now than they were at that point in the season. And I think when I look at it for these reasons, I do see, and also the fact they do have even though the secondary is not great, they do have the playmakers on this to get this done. They did keep Julio Jones, wide receiver Julio Jones, in check in that first meeting. And if they could contain him, I think they have a good shot to win this game. So I do like Green Bay to win this one on the road. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube NFL prediction segment. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.